Welcome to this video on the Jaguar channel. Today we'll talk about the Jaguar warrior and the Eagle warrior. So the Jaguar warrior and the Eagle warrior are two of the two exalted warriors, okay, of the Aztec, okay, and the Aztec Shree, okay, the Aztec gods of the Aztec pantheon, okay, um, as they come in with a pilot picture, okay, will take usually one of two teams, okay, the Eagle Warriors or the Jaguar Warriors. And it depends a little bit on their inclination and how they are. But there are two different types of warriors, okay? The Eagle Warrior is very, very strong and resilient, right? And spreads his wings and nothing can pass. So the Eagle Warrior is related to the sun god, right? The Eagle Warrior shines in battle, and nothing passes the Eagle Warrior. So the Eagle Warrior holds the line and advances the line in that way that it holds the line, but the real advancement of the line takes place with the Jaguar Warrior. So Jaguar Warrior is known as basically a the aggressive warrior, basically. So the one who advances into the breach, right? Who creates the breach and advances into the breach. So the champion warrior that comes in into the breach. So the one who advances. So you have different types of warriors. So you have the Jaguar that advances and creates the breach and penetrates the enemy lines, right? Goes right into the enemy line, penetrates. And then you have the Eagle Warrior, which holds and advances the line. So basically you have the advancement of the Jaguar Warrior, which pushes forward, right? And then you have the Eagle Warrior, which holds and never retreats and never goes back, holds the line as the line advances, as it is pushed by the Jaguar Warrior, right? So the two teams work together as different types of Aztec Shree, of Aztec gods, Aztec pilots, right? And basically when the pilot picture is made, usually it'll be of one of the two teams. So it'll either be the Jaguar, which are ever popular because the great god Omtek Rasiba is of the Jaguar team, right? But you have the Eagle Warriors, which is extremely popular as well because they are honorable. You know, they never fall back, right? They never retreat, right? So by definition, the Jaguar Warrior is almost like a special command unit, special forces that jumps into the breach, right? Creates the breach, jumps into the breach, and then you have the Jaguar, the Eagle Warriors, which basically make sure that the lines never go back. So you have this progression. You have that which pushes forward and that which never goes back, right? So you have that which pushes forward, sometimes goes back to the line, pushes forward, goes back to the line, pushes forward. And then you have basically the line that never goes back because it is held by the Eagle Warriors, which spread their wings and nothing passes their wingspan, right? So you have different types of teams, right? And the teams collect points as the Aztec Shree collect points as pilots within the system, right? So you have young and inexperienced pilots that come into play. And then some of them fall because they were inexperienced, right? Fall in battle. And then you have more experienced ones, right? You have more experienced warriors, right? So it does take a level of experience to develop the story to get to the level of the pilot picture. But you have more experienced warriors and less experienced warriors, which are basically Shree of the Aztec pantheon, of the Aztec creation that come into the story and through parampara, right, through lineage of the Aztec lineage, of the Aztec pantheon creation story, right, basically through connection to the Tej, right, which is the equivalent to the Aztecs of the Hindu Dharma, right, and the connection to the Guru. and the Sadguru can develop as Aztec Shree, Aztec pilots, if that's a part of their story, right? If they have the karmic connection to that part of the story. So in the same way, you know, other people of the world and different cultures can develop in different ways, right? And the Aztec develop in many different ways, right? They have all the people that were very close to different gods, who've got very advanced in mysticism and all these things, but they also held the technology of the modular Shree, right? The modular Shree, which is the technology of their gods, right? So you have pilots that come into the story. So basically they collect points, right? So how do they collect points? They collect points through victory and glory in battle, right? And that can mean different things, right? So you have the Aztec warriors, the Aztec Shrees, which are basically take the, also like in Aztec culture, there was the Jaguar warrior and the Eagle warrior, the exalted warriors. The Aztec Shree also, you know, the gods of the pantheon, take an association to one of the two teams usually when they come into the story, right? So they're going to either be Jaguar warriors or Eagle warriors as Shrees, right? So basically have that part of themselves within their story, right? That part of their story and that part of who they are. So in that way, you know, you have pilot pictures that have basically a jaguar skin, you know, over the pilot. And then you have other pictures which have the feathers of the eagle warrior, right? Which come into the story. So, yeah, the feathered shoulders, the feathered arms, all those different things. So different teams in the Aztec Shree, okay, and those that are connected by blood or lineage through the Tej can partake in the story of the Aztec people, right? And as there are in Hinduism different levels of development of a spiritual being, right? You also have those different levels of development at the level of the Tej as well for beings in the Aztec culture. So the Aztec culture is a warrior culture. Their Shrees are warrior Shrees, right? Modular Shrees that are battle Shrees, if you want to see it in that way. So they have their whole story as pilots and warriors and all these different things and the different teams of warriors and all of this as the Tej has presence in all things, right? So as different stories exist in their purity of truth, right? Those stories are also defended and enforced by the deities of those stories, right? So those deities exist within those stories and those creation stories, and the Aztec Shree are the warrior gods, the warrior Shrees, right? With the weapons and all these different things that have different roles to play in the story of the Dharma and the Tej, right? Which coexist, right? So as the Dharma exists everywhere, the Tej exists everywhere as well, right? So it's the Dharma Tej, right? Which is the combination of the Dharma and the Tej, which finds itself in the creator of the Dharma and the Tej, right? Which is the Adi Shree, right, at the level of the Adi Shree, and the stories of lineages that come from them, and the different creation stories that come from them, as the creation stories come from Omtek, the Adi Shree. Omtek Rasiva. So there are different teams, right? And the Jaguar warrior is the special forces that jumps into the breach, and the Eagle warrior is the battled warriors, the veterans that hold the lines as the lines are advanced and pushed forward by the Jaguar. So both see battle, right? As the main lines see battle, right? The main lines advance into the main lines of the enemy. So they see battle in that way, but they never fall back, right? But the Jaguar warrior has a different approach. He comes in basically as a special unit, a special commando does what he does to the line, and then returns to the lines, to the friendly lines after, right? So like a special unit, a commando unit, and the Eagle Warrior holds the line and is the strength and of the line, of the main line, right? So different approaches, right? The main line is important, the main line of battle, but so is also the special intervention units. So we have different types of teams, and they collect points and glory in battle as Aztec Shree. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, okay? And thank you for listening.